Hi, this is Oliver Lucanis from Below Water. Our first new cichlid video was way back in 2012, when we introduced Crenicichla who. Back then, we still did the videos without voiceover and without much editing. Since then, this YouTube channel has shown 16 cichlid species first, and today we will show you number 17. Our new cichlid was actually described in 1989. But it is rare in nature, and to my knowledge, this is the first time we see them in the hobby. The fish only occurs in a small tributary of the Tapanahony River in Suriname, the Paloemeu. When I was there in 2020, we could not find the fish, but we did see the habitat, so I have a little bit of video of it. This region is remote by any definition, down near the border of Brazil in Suriname, and can be reached only by chartered small aircraft. There are no roads connecting the towns in the south of Suriname to the coast. There are other cichlids here, including Crenicichla albopunctata and multispinosa, Geophagus harreri, and Guianacara sphenozona, which is very common and occurs in these habitats in large numbers. This species also occurs with two very similar species in the habitat, and as juveniles, all three fish look quite similar. Krobia is found across the Tapanahony basin and has a more diagonal black stripe on the flank. The other is Aequidens tetramerus, a widespread cichlid species that can be found from the Guianas all the way down to the Amazon lowland, and I have seen it in creeks near Altamira on the Xingu. They lack the bright lines on the face displayed by the Paloemeu Aequidens. The fish that stands out in this habitat is Hypomasticus despaxi. This leperinus relative lives in small groups of up to 40 fish and feeds on algae and the biocover. The pattern is very unique, and it was my first choice to keep with the new cichlid. In the aquarium, they are the least aggressive anestomid I've kept, and look just as spectacular. I find cichlids are just more interesting to watch if they're in a community aquarium with other species found in their habitat, and the fast-moving leperinus are always a good choice, because they are not terribly predatory towards cichlid fry and fast enough not to get damaged by the aggression of the cichlids. But let's get to our new cichlid. Meet Aequidens paloemeuensis. Sadly, Wayne Leibel, who would have appreciated this fish more than anyone, is not here to see it, because most Aequidens are quite similar to each other and maybe not the most popular cichlids in the aquarium hobby. But this fish is certainly going to get some people interested. When adult, the Aequidens is just spectacular, with gold, red, and black patterns. So far, the female seems to show more prominent vertical bars, while the dominant male displays a horizontal bar most of the time. The upper portion of the caudal fin is also slightly extended, while the caudal of the female is more symmetric and round. Hopefully, I can get these fish to breed in the coming months to see what they look like in breeding color. Feeding cichlids from this group is never a problem, and the wild-caught Aequidens almost always accept any dry or frozen food offered. This first breeding attempt is with a group of 7 fish in a 180-gallon or 600-liter aquarium with strong water flow, a large piece of wood, few rocks, and fine sand substrate. Tank mates are the one mixed in Krobia, a group of 10 Hypomasticus despaxi and several young hemiancestris medians and Rhinoloricaria phallax that came from the same habitat. Aquarium fish from Suriname are always going to be expensive because the logistics of bringing fish to the capital almost always involves small aircraft, and then shipping from here is just more complicated than other countries. But Suriname has a lot of interesting fish to offer, and for such a small country, a surprising number of endemic species. In the aquarium, all the Aequidens behave more or less alike. They show little aggression towards other fish and do not seem to eat the much smaller Loricaria. They are also quite good with each other, with the two dominant fish occasionally taking a small territory. Perhaps that will change when they are ready to breed, but usually Aequidens are not too bad. Eggs are laid on a rock, usually in the open, and babies are cared for very well. Hopefully, Aequidens paloemeuensis will be the same, and I will be able to offer some babies of what I think is the nicest of all the fish in this group that includes 17 Aequidens, 16 Cyclosoma, and 4 Krobia species. This concludes our new cichlid video number 17. a full 10 years since we showed the first new cichlid on YouTube. We will try to make this series a more regular thing and show you the exciting new Geophagus species we got from Colombia. That will be new cichlid number 18 coming in May. Please like and share our videos and subscribe to this channel. We are slowly approaching 8,000 subscribers and already thinking what special thing we can do when we reach 10,000.